I want to show you one bank that isn't doing so well here. Let's pop up the board of Liberbank. Liberbank is down sharply. This is a Spanish bank that is in the process of raising capital. The bank is seeking 500 million euros to shore up its finances. It has in excess of 5 billion euros of non-performing loans on the books at this point. Daniel, why does Liberbank still exist in a world where the European banking sector has apparently been cleaned up by the ECB and by national governments?
Sure. I think that you said the word apparently, and that is the problem, is that the European banking system has not cleaned itself up. It continues to have more than 900 billion euros of non-performing loans, and basically it's just being, the only thing that we've seen is a kicking the can further, and that's been the problem. So what happens with Liberbank is a mirror of what happened with Popular. If you remember, the bankruptcy of Popular and its rescue by Santander is that the bank has been delaying the solution of its very aggressive non-performing loan issue, trying to find a buyer. Obviously, a buyer didn't appear. There's a short ban on the stock, and still you can see that it's plummeting. And it's doing a capital raise of more than 55% of its market cap as of yesterday. And still, after the capital increase and with the numbers that the bank has provided, it'll still have a very significant non-performing loan ratio at about 12.5%.
And whilst I agree with you, how does it still exist this far down the road? Isn't the point is if the government's not involved or it's not a bailout from regulators, why do we don't care? The fact is this is a private mechanism working in the market if you can raise your own money. But if the state has to come back in again, this is where I have problems with the state versus pan-European rules, and this is where there were big contradictions on the bailout of the Veneto banks.
Sure. I think that the issue is, on one side, governments in the Eurozone don't want to resort to nationalization or to rescuing, bailing out the banks after the tremendous political backlash that generated in the past. And at the same time, the banking system is not cleaning itself up because it's basically trying to sort its problems in an environment that goes against itself, you know, with very low inflation, with negative real rates. Therefore, selling non-performing assets is very complicated, and at the same time it's very difficult for them to generate positive margins. This is another example of why the Eurozone is not advanced in the improvement of its non-performing loans issue.
Thank you so much for the explanation. Daniel, good to see you. Thanks for being our guest host. Daniel Lacalle.